don't know why. Normally, when I set up a video on the TV, if I close the app and then reopen it, it disconnects from the TV. But it won't let me do that. So I can't use the iPad. I have to use my phone because when I pull it up on the iPad, it connects to the TV and it's going to take off the movie that she's watching. I don't know why that's happening all of a sudden. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't think. See, I don't think I can use the iPad. I can't use the iPad. So I'm gonna have to use this stupid ass phone, which really sucks. But that's all right. Um, shit, I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna have to connect this phone to the TV. That's what I'm gonna have to do. Anyway, I'll just use this for night. For tonight, it's fine. If I could find it on here. So annoying that that's happening. Like, why is that happening? I don't understand. I never had trouble before. I wonder if I shut the iPad off and turn it back on. Should we try that? I wanted to shut that movie off. I still hear it. I still hear it. All right, let's leave that off for a minute and see if it works. And I couldn't get her to take a nap today for I don't know why. She just did not want to take a nap. And she was up this morning at like 7 o'clock, so she should sleep really well. Anyhow, let me get started here. Adonis reading on me and Jay. Okay, it looks like the hard work that you put into this situation will be coming back to you. It also looks like you should be feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain. You could breathe a sigh of relief. And you should feel like things are starting to move forward really well between the two of you. Continue to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is heightened. This situation is moving forward effortlessly for the two of you. Amber, what do I have to look out for? I mean, um, like when people ask questions like that, it's like, what are you expecting to have to look out for? Do you know what I mean? It's like if you're focusing on something negative happening, something negative is going to happen. I would suggest not focusing on something negative. I also would not focus on, like when people ask, what do they not like about me? To me, like why focus on the negative? But I mean, we all have to like use caution in everyday life. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to look out for being careful, for taking care of yourself. You're balancing your checkbook. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to look out for normal things that everybody has to look out for. I would say listen to your intuition. I would say stay on track. Be careful who you trust. But I would tell that to anybody in anybody's life on any given day of the week. Watch out for someone who may be trying to bullshit you or take advantage of you or sell you something. But like I feel like it's very vague because it's like everybody needs to watch out for that. Watch out for somebody that tries to make you an offer that would be that seems like that it's too good to be true. It probably is. Once again, that's very vague. Like everybody's got that to look out for. Um, Adriana, me and the Aquarius disagreement. What is the outcome? You might be feeling disappointed now, but it's going to blow over and move into the past relatively quickly. Relatively quickly. Lydia, what will the Capricorn do next? Well, they may hold back a little bit, kind of let the dust settle, and then they're probably going to reach out to you or show up. They're also kind of feeling a little bit upset because they feel like you cut them off, but without them even having a real chance to explain. And that you're listening to some miscellaneous person over them. So that's kind of put them in a standstill. I personally would reach out to them and not wait on them. But if you want to wait, you'll hear from him. It just may take a couple of days. Well, the iPad, whenever I open up YouTube, it says it's connecting to the TV. I shut it off. Let me turn it back on and see if it's still the case. It's going to take a minute. All right, next person here is Lee. I don't see Lee yet. Emin, what are A's thoughts about me childhood relationship? Thinks pretty highly of you. Thinks that you're kind, caring, sincere, well-grounded, smart, intelligent, hardworking, successful, and intuitive. Yeah, you see, every time I pull it up, it says it's connecting to the TV. So if I press this, it's going to go on the TV in there, and then she's going to have a breakdown because her movie's going to go off. So I don't understand why that keeps happening. See, if I try to close the movie, it says, "Are you sure you want to close the player?" I don't want to close the player, but if I don't close the player, I can't bring up the video on here. That's really annoying, and it's never been like that before. YouTube continues to fuck everything up. It's really annoying. Right. Why focus on the negative instead of positive, especially when you can't change it? Like, you can't change how somebody feels negatively about you. But once again, the questions that are like, what are they hiding from me? What do I need to look out for? Is there really another question that you know what I'm saying? Like, is there another question that you really want to ask and you're just not asking it? Because that's something that's very vague. Like, everybody needs to look out for COVID. Everybody needs to look out for eating healthy. Everybody needs to look out for, you know what I'm saying? But is there another question that, like, usually the what is he hiding question is not, is he hiding that he wears false teeth? It's usually, is he hiding that he's talking to somebody else? But they're not asking that question. They're asking a vague question, trying to pull it out. I don't know. I don't know what the intention is behind it. But if you want a direct answer, you have to ask a direct question. Otherwise, it's just too vague, you know? And even the questions about what does he think of me, like the good and the bad? What's what are you going to do about the bad? You're not going to change it. So why do you need to know about it? And yeah, there's just to me, there's no point in focusing on the negative because it's not going to help anything. And we want to help things, all right? We want to fix things. Anyhow, let me continue. Lee, after me and Isaac, the Gemini, why hasn't he responded to my text? He just ghosted me. Okay. I can't stand this ghosting nonsense. I gotta tell you that. Drives me nuts. I don't think he's totally ghosted you. I think you're gonna hear from him. It looks like I may have been legitimately busy. He also may feel like he needs a little bit of time to himself, but there is communication coming in. So I don't know how long it's been since you've spoken to him, but you could hear from him pretty soon. Maybe sometime in the month of November. I can't. I just can't stand the ghosting thing. I mean, can we be adults? You don't want to see me anymore. Can you tell me that? You're just going to disappear. I can't with the ghosting. I don't. I think that you're going to hear from him. He's been preoccupied. He's had things in his life that have been kind of important. That's where his energy is gone. I don't feel like it's an excuse though. Like, be an adult and let somebody know. You don't just. You know what I mean? It drives me nuts. Sister, the reader I'm supposed to be doing a collab with, I shared her video, writing "my dear friend" underneath my video. This other reader that I had a falling out with a year ago wrote "your dear friend." Delete it. Delete it. What an asshole. Really, what an asshole. Why would you write that? You're really a special one, Alex. She's mad because a year ago, she's the one that introduced me to the one that I'm now collaborating with. I literally haven't spoke to her in a year, and she lashes out. She's an ass. Another one that's probably fucking jealous. Like, really? Why would you go out of your way to say something like that? Jesus Christ. Another one. She's got sharp energy. She's holding herself back where she feels as if she's held back. She feels disrespected or um, unappreciated, so she's taking it out on you. She's got anxiety about the situation, and she may be jealous that you're friends now with her friend. Why? She's got to grow up. I mean, really? I hope you deleted those comments. What a loser. I mean, it just drives me crazy that people have to say stupid stuff. Like, just mind your business about it. She's jealous. Another one that's jealous. It's crazy. But that's what happens. You're successful and they're jealous of that. How sad is that? How sad. Cinnamon, what is Kit's intentions with me? I just met him. He's an older guy, but I don't know. You know what? Good. Good. I'm glad you got new energy coming in. You know what his sign is? He seems like he's well prepared. It seems as if communication's coming in. It seems like he's got a romantic interest. He seems kind hearted and sincere. And things can move forward with him. It's okay if he's older. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Good for you. Yeah, these people really get me annoyed. Cynthia, Terrence came back and next time saying wanted to make things work. Is he serious or trying to get in my pants? Why did he stop communicating? Did he see other females and he's coming back to me? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that he was seeing other people and it didn't work out for him and he's coming back to you. I do think that he's legitimate though. I don't think he's just trying to use you. I think he's interested, but I don't know how you feel about that. I mean, the energy of the situation is like he was exploring options, which if I were reading for him, I would tell him that that's a smart thing to do. Explore your options before you make a decision. But when you're the one that is like feels like, well, you were out doing what you were doing and now you're coming back to me, you may kind of feel like, well, now I don't know that I want to be with this guy because that's how you treat me. And I don't want to make excuses for him, but sometimes people need to go out and explore a little bit so they can figure out what it is that they want. I mean, if you're interested in him, I would say take it slow, give him a chance. If you're interested, if you're not, I don't think that you got to take him back. You know, don't especially if you feel like you're not crazy for him. Tell him that you moved on. You're not interested anymore. It's up to you. It's your call what you want to do. If you want to move forward with him, I think he's going to give it a chance. Rimmel, General. You've got the hard work that you put into schoolwork or business is coming back to you. Somebody could make you an offer that would be hard to turn down, and your life is starting to move forward. You could feel like finally you got a soulmate connection that could be moving forward. I don't see a committed relationship here just yet, but you may be feeling a little bit more connected to the people in your life, and there could be a potential in your life right now. Listen to your intuition, your ambition, you're stepping into your own ambition, and you should be feeling pretty confident moving forward. Between now and the rest of the year, it looks pretty good as far as money is concerned, too. Velvet, is my boyfriend upset with me? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, Cinnamon says you should double press the home button. Yeah, there's no apps running. And then, right, it's like there's no apps running. Refresh your screen. Let's see. Nope, see, it still says it down there. Connecting to the TV in there. And if I press this X, it says your queue will be cleared. We don't want to clear that. Yeah, I don't understand what. See, so if I do it like this, right, and I shut it, same thing happens when I pull it back up. What the hell? It's never been like that before. What I'm gonna have to do tomorrow is connect this stupid phone to there. This way, I could use my phone and the iPad and have this play the movies for her. What kind of stupid shit is that? I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed. General around. Oh, just general energy update. Okay, let's see. General around you looks pretty good. The energy around you is pretty good. Like things are moving forward, grounded, stable, confident, well prepared. As far as general reading, you're feeling well prepared. Life is moving forward. You're taking time for rest, relaxation, and self care. A disappointment is moving into the past, and so is an old wound and an old hurt. You may be stepping into your self confidence, walking away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you. Life changes for the better for you quickly, and a wish comes true. Oh, you like this wig? Thank you. I like it now too. When I first got it, I wasn't crazy for it because I felt like it was the same as the other blonde one. It's a little different. It's a little different. The Amazon ad was definitely deceiving. I thought it was going to be much like whiter and the roots were going to be much darker. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine for sitting here in the closet. And it's different. Moon Honey. What is the real reason this person is so upset with me? He basically cut me out of his life recently. Okay, let's see. Here he is walking away. Feels out of balance, felt disrespected, and feels like his life needs to move forward. Now, I don't know what your relationship was with him, but he may have felt like it didn't want work out in his favor. He felt upset and argumentative. He also felt unsuccessful, unstable, like he wasn't getting what he wants, so he felt like he needs to leave it behind because he wasn't getting over it. Was he interested in you and you weren't interested in him? That's the way it kind of comes off to me. That's what I would have to say. He was interested in you. He may wanted to have a relationship with you and felt like it was just never going to happen and he was never going to get over it. That's a shame, although I get it. I think you would always focus on the negative. I don't know who you're talking to. Well, we're just talking in general because people just tend to ask those things in general. Positivity is hard. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that. And I would say that like the negativity sometimes is like a survival, right? Like if you're aware of something, then you feel like it's like for survival. But if you're focusing on negative things, you're going to manifest it, right? Like that was the whole thing with way back when it first started, the virus. My thing was everybody's so afraid, everybody is manifesting fear. It's going to make it worse, right? Because you're focused on it. Like how many other, like over the years, I mean, I remember hearing about the bird flu, the swine flu, Ebola, MRSA, SARS. I heard all of these things. I never thought twice about it. I just went about my life, right? But this, for some reason, was different. And I felt like the more we focus on it, the more we blow it up. So it's the same thing in everyday life. If you get up in the morning and you're focused on what could go wrong, things are going to go wrong because that's what you're looking for. Things go wrong in everybody's life. Like, for example, I'm never late for anything. I hate being late. I hate being late. This morning, the babysitter was running a few minutes late. So she got here at like 5 to 10. I had to be at the dentist at 10. I didn't really get to the dentist until like 10:15. That bothers me because I don't like being late. They were fine with it. There was nobody there anyway. But it's like if you're focused on, well, shit, she better not be late. If she's going to be late, then I'm going to be late. Then, it's like one thing on top of the other, and then the rest of the day can be thrown off. So for me, I was just about to call the dentist when she came through the door. And I was going to say, listen, I'm running a few minutes late. Is it okay if I still come? But then she got here and I just left. And they called me because you have to do a screening check in. They don't just let you come right in. They got to ask you if you got sniffles. And so they called me and I said, I'm sorry, I'm almost there, but my babysitter was late. And they were like, oh, it's fine. We just want to ask you a couple of questions before you come in. But, if I would have started with, and I am a nervous wreck all the time. So I'm nervous about being late. Other people, they don't have a fucking care in the world. I have a friend that I tell you all the time. She couldn't be late. If you gave her $1 million, she could not be on time for anything. Ever. Could never be on time. Do you think she was stressed out about it? No. When she showed up, she showed up. And then she would not go to appointments. She'd make appointments, not show up, cancel at the last minute. I would never do that. Didn't faze her in the least. Which one of us is better off? Probably her, not me with all the stupid anxiety over what the dentist is going to think, which I didn't even see the dentist. I haven't seen the dentist yet. I've been there twice. Anyway, let me continue. But my point with that was it could have been easily setting my day and her day, well, there's always traffic. Oh, always get stuck behind it, and now what? Now what's going to happen? What's going to happen next? And then, you know what I mean? Like, that's how the spiral happens. Instead, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to get upset about this. It's not my fault. It's out of my hands. They're going to see me anyway. And you want to know what? I was out of there in like 20 minutes. It wasn't super pleasant, but I lived through it. I think I'm up to Cynthia. My baby's father said that he's going to court to get my kids. I moved to a different state. He's not helping me. He's not getting those kids. They're not giving him the kids. I don't care what he says. He will not get those kids. There is no court in this world that's going to give him those kids. At the very worst case scenario, they would make you move close enough so that he would be able to see the kids. But if you're like I'm on the New Jersey border, I don't think that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Like if you're like it would take me less time to get to New Jersey than it would take me to get in some places in this county. So I don't think that makes a difference if you're not that far. But if he's not paying, I don't think that the courts are going to, if it even gets that far. He may be saying it, but is he really doing anything about it? I don't think so. I don't think that he wants all that responsibility. I mean, it can't hurt to, call and I don't know what state you're in, but call like somebody who'll give you a free consultation and you explain the situation just so that you can have some peace of mind. And there are lawyers out there that'll give you a free phone consultation, but I'm like 99% sure you don't have anything to worry about. Amber, will my Aries Taurus cusp reach out? Yeah, I would just say maybe sometime this month. Yeah. Sister, the girl that's slashing out, she had 38 subscribers when we first connected. I helped her tremendously, and then she started competing with me and being mad that I had 1,000 more when she was the one that helped, when I was the one that helped her. Now the one I'm collaborating with hasn't answered. I told her about it because intentionally I was hesitant to do the collaboration because of the other unstable girl finding out. Why does she think that it's okay to treat me like that and say that to me? So disrespectful. She wasn't friends with this other reader. She was just a fan that introduced me to her. Will the other reader ignore me now? Okay, let's see. I don't think she's going to ignore you now. I think it looks really catty and petty on the first girl's part to say something like that. Like, if she said it to you in private, then it just would have been like catty and petty in private. But to post it and other people see that, and she has a channel, like, I don't know, I just think it looks unprofessional and I think it looks really petty. And I don't think that it's going to affect your relationship with the other girl. If it did, it speaks a lot about that other girl, because why would you let some random person makes a bogus comment? You know, say, it's like say something, and then that affects you. Like, you don't have your own mind. You listen to what some, you know, miscellaneous person says. I don't think it's going to affect. I don't think it's going to affect you, but I think it shows her character that she's very petty, and you did help her. She's still jealous. She's still envious, and she still can't let it go. That's why she's looking at your shit. Like, if people put the time and effort into their own shit that they put into looking at other people's crap and commenting and making snide comments, you know, maybe she would be more successful if she put better energy out into the world instead of trying to, you know, like, it was just so unnecessary. You know what I mean? It was just really unnecessary. I hope that you removed it. Did you remove it? Oh my God. Four elements. Is love interest Leo loves me now or developing feelings towards me? Okay, let's see. I don't think that this person is in love with you right now. I think that they're interested and that feelings could grow down the line. But I don't think that if I had would have to say they're not in love with you at this moment. Not right now, no. T that general around this side business about around the side business. Things look good around side business. Things could be moving forward pretty quickly. Feeling like a lot of balance is coming back to the situation. You're headed towards the 10 cups being full. Very focused on a side business could pay off. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. The hard work that you put in comes back to you, and you may have some nice choices. I would continue to put your energy into that, whatever it is. Like, you got to reconnect, disconnect, and then reconnect. Disconnect from where? I don't know where there is a wig shop. These are cheap. They're not, I mean, they're real wigs, but you know, they're like on Amazon. One of my friends started with the Amazon ones, and then that she just mentioned it to me. I don't know if we have a wig store around here. They're cheap. You know, like, I think this was like maybe $17. Now the whole thing isn't working right. I think they're like $17 or $18 on Amazon. So I figure I'll just make it work. Oh, Odwin, I skipped you. Let me. I'm sorry, I forgot to go back up. Shit, that was a long time ago. I skipped him. I see the super chat, but don't see the question. Oh, I skipped T Yvette too. All right, let me do T Yvette. Odwin, can you send the question with the purple heart? TVET was for love. Okay, things should be changing for you for the better around your love life quickly and out of this clear blue sky. If you're not with anyone right now, fire sign Leo, Sagittarius, Aries comes in. It also looks like you could have a Libra here. Passion comes in. A new journey is on the horizon. A new beginning is on the horizon with cause for celebration when romance heats up. I would say fire sign Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, or a Libra. If you're looking to be in a committed relationship and you're not right now, you can find yourself in one sometime before the end of this year. Cause for celebration comes in around a well-functioning, well-balanced relationship that's committed. Um, Question, did someone take the kitty I've taken care of? Is it a good home? Okay, let's see. Did somebody take the kitty that I've been taking care of? I don't think anyone took it. I think the cat's still around. You haven't seen it in a while? I think it's still around. Oh, Velvet, I agree with you about this one. Yeah, because the media, definitely. Um, Odwin, yes, I definitely passed you. There we go. Next week's forecast. Finally. Finally, I see it. Sometimes I lose my spot. Next week. You may be very busy working on something next week. If you're in school, it could be a school thing. If you're like working at a job, it could be that, or it could be working hard on anything. A side business, working around the house with the Four of Wands. Um, you could have romance heating up and you could be feeling very successful around love. You may have choices around business opportunity or school, whatever it is that you do all day. It looks like there's a new journey on the horizon. You're feeling very ambitious and you're able to accomplish a lot next week. Feeling like life is starting to move forward, feeling grounded and stable, and the weight of the world is slipping off your shoulders. The energy around you is much lighter next week and moving through the rest of November than it has been in October. Looks like a pretty good week. It also looks like a pretty decent month for you. Davey, finances through the end of the year. I think they're going to be improving between now and the end of the year. You got some balance coming in. Your financial life is moving forward. Negativity has moved into the past. You could have stable business partnerships and relationships. And you may be doing really well in your new job. Um, Feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain, you can breathe a sigh of relief, stepping into your strength. Your career should be moving forward, and before the end of the year, you should have like all 10 cups full. So I think that you're on your way. Even if you're not there right now, you're on your way. Finances are improving, no doubt. And what are peace thoughts about me? Thinks that you're smart, intelligent, kind-hearted, sincere. They think that you're well-grounded. Um, you're reliable and dependable. Pretty good. Dead. Will Cork go in my favor? I think it's going to go in your favor, yeah. I'll disconnect YouTube and then start it again. Let's give it a shot. Put trolls back on for her. Alright, I disconnected it. She must be sleeping, otherwise she would be screaming. Alright, the other Trolls movie's coming on. No, still connected. Damn. So annoying. Tiffany, journal for next week. Feeling a little bit more financially stable, paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan makes you feel relief, being guided by the divine. Feeling prepared for life to change for the better quickly when somebody makes you an offer that would be hard to turn down. You've got your intuition is heightened, and a fire sign enters Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You might feel like life is starting to move forward quite nicely next week. Taking time for rest, relaxation, and self care as well. Um, Sister, she really made me second guess myself when she wrote your special breed, Alex. She's trying to out me like I'm a phony when I only ever tried to help her. Why is she treating me like I'm the one in the wrong? This always happens. I think she's jealous. I think that's what the problem is. I think she's jealous of your success. I think that I think that she doesn't do as well as you. I think that she can't compete with you, and I think she's trying to, and I think that that's why she's doing it. Let's see. Yeah. She may also look at this person like, I don't know. She may be jealous that you're working with this other person. Who the hell knows? She's got a little bit of anxiety around the situation. She feels like she's got a long road ahead of her. She feels like she's somewhat of a mini tower moment herself, and she's got a lot of negativity around her. She's like a classic example of like when you compare yourself to somebody else, you're always going to come up short. That's what she's doing, and she continues to do it. The answers are not with you and what you're doing and who you're doing it with. The answers are with her. Why doesn't she focus on herself? Why is she going out of her way to make a nasty comment on somebody else's page? Like, the only time I would ever leave a nasty comment for anyone is if there's an animal being hurt. Otherwise, if I don't like something, I just don't won't say anything. Like, what? Why is my opinion mean that much? Well, because I said it. Well, because I said that you suck. So that means that everybody else should agree with me. She's jealous, and she's trying to point the finger at you, and she should point it back at herself. She should be focusing on herself and not on you and what you're doing. But she can't. She can't. She's looking at what everybody else is doing. That's why I always say social media is the devil, because the whole purpose is look at me, look at me, look at me. And when other people are looking at other people, it's like, well, look at what she has, and look at what she has, and look at what she has. So, and that's what this girl is doing. She's looking at what you're doing. Why? If you guys aren't friends anymore, what does she care what you're doing? What difference does it make? How does it affect her life? It doesn't. But yet, like, imagine if she had to leave a nasty comment, imagine how she was feeling. Why does she want to feel like that? Why is she looking at your shit? And how many other people is she in the same situation with? The only person that it's hurting really is herself, because you can delete that comment. To go out of your way to put somebody else down, I don't see what the point in that is. It speaks of her character. You know, it's like if you ever see um, people fight on Facebook. Like, I don't mean like You're like people that are have like opposing opinions about something. But like a family fight on Facebook, it's like really? We're adults. You're airing your dirty laundry for hundreds and hundreds of people to see because you want to be validated by the people on your side. Like how sad is that? And one of my friends was doing it. He was somebody that I worked with, and he was like at the time like well into his 50s, and I was like, this look at this negativity. But of course, it sucks everyone in. Everyone's reading it. Wow, look at this. You know, get it? Mind your business. But they couldn't stop. Anyhow, anyhow. T-Vet, DJ's current feelings after our last conversation. Spending a lot of time thinking about things, maybe feeling a little bit more perseverant after whatever it was that you spoke about, and you may feel like he's not so stuck anymore, or he may be putting in a little bit more effort, or be showing a little bit more ambition. He's feeling a little bit more stable or well balanced. He also feels like things could be moving things could be moving forward. There may have been something that was said that he feels a little bit argumentative or disappointed in, but it's not going to hold anything back. It just may be something that he's kind of replaying in his mind. I don't think it's a big deal. For the most part, I think he's happy with the way the conversation went, and I think things are going to be a little bit better in the near future. Prussian, do you see me getting two-bedroom, no problem, on the second or the third floor? Okay, let's see. I think you're going to get this two-bedroom. Will it be on the second floor? I think it's going to be on the third floor. Mario, what's going to happen next between myself and the Pisces because I am over lacking of communication and games? I totally hear you. It's not fun. It loses its yeah, it's gets old and stale very quickly. Well, if you're over it and you start to pull your energy away and you're like feeling like, you know what, I'm done, I'm moving forward, then she may stop playing games a little bit and you may see a little bit more out of her. But you also have other energy coming in. A fire sign comes in around you, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. I think it could be a Leo. Um, and I don't think that you're going to wait around on this one that's jerking you back and forth. I think that you may decide to move forward with your life. And if that happens, she'll be the one that's very upset and she will never have seen it coming. Davey, love through the end of the year. Okay, it looks like you might be making a decision to walk away from people, places, and things that you feel no longer serve you. It also looks like you've got new energy coming in, but there's old energy still around here too. Fire sign, the Sagittarius is here, the Taurus is still here. But you may feel like, you know what, water sign could come in, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, that you might decide to move forward with because you're not looking back on the past fondly. You might get to a point like Mario was just saying, like, I'm tired of this. I'm not gonna settle. I'm not gonna sit around and wait or give chances anymore. I'm gonna move forward. And I think before we get to the end of the year, you should find yourself in a committed relationship that's pretty well functioning. You're no longer holding yourself back. Your perseverance pays off. New energy comes in and you may explore it. And let's see what happens. That usually happens. When somebody new comes in, I don't think I've ever once seen somebody go backwards. But the choice will be yours. Julie, how is he really feeling? He feels upset. He feels burdened and weighed down by the situation. He didn't think that you were going to do this to him. He's disappointed. Feels a little bit out of balance. He feels a little like he put in a lot of hard work and didn't see much of a payoff. He's got another thing coming. Does he not see what he's done for these last couple of months playing these stupid games? And he feels, yeah, he feels like he was a little disrespected. He's got a lot of nerve. He doesn't think that he's wrong. Noonan. I sent Bernard a song to listen to and said that this is how I feel. Turns out it's his favorite artist and song. How did he feel about that? I'm like, what the? What the hell? Okay, let's see. I think he thought that that was. I think he thought that it was very coincidental that you should pick his favorite artist and music that he liked. Um, he was also didn't expect it. I can't remember what happened between the two of you or what's been going on between the two of you, but romance could heat up with the two of you with the Knight of Cups. Is that what we were working for? I can't remember. You've never been with this guy before, right? You were hoping that things are going to move forward. I think they are. UAF journal for next week. Cause for celebration comes in around life coming back into balance next week. You might feel like finally the hard work that you put into work has paid off. You may feel prepared for things to move forward. Romance could heat up. You're also listening to your intuition. Things look good next week. You have money coming in, feeling a little bit better respected and better compensated around work. Looks like a nice week. UAF general regarding C. All right, I don't know what your relationship is with this person. I can't remember, but it kind of comes off like it reminds me of like siblings. Like you have a nice. It's not romantic. It's like a like siblings. I would say you could be friendly with one another, teasing one another, but it's not a romantic thing. It's more of like a friendly kind of a thing. I think that the two of you could be good friends. I don't know what your relationship is or where you know this person from. If this is a work person, you guys could become friends, whether it's male or female. It doesn't make a difference. And you guys could be friends for a long time. New journeys on the horizon. Four of Wands, things could be improving. It looks like that person is well prepared, very smart, intelligent, and thinks very highly of you. Thinks that you're intuitive, unique, kind hearted, and sincere. It's like you guys have a nice rapport with one another. Talia, may I have general for next week? Things should move forward through divine timing. You've got an Aries and a Sagittarius around that might be of significance, and you could have a new beginning on the horizon. Ace of Pentacles, I would say usually business related, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a new beginning. Not looking back on the past fondly, eager for life to move forward, and a wish comes true. Looks like you have a little bit of money coming in next week. You're no longer holding yourself back, and negativity is moving into the past. Julie, did I spoil R's plans by telling him not to bring the little one over? He actually asked me why. No, he didn't have any plans. I think he was genuinely just curious as to why you didn't want him to bring her over. New me, how would I like my haircut if Samantha L does it? I think you'll like it. Yeah, I think you'll be satisfied. High Priestess, what's coming towards me in love? Love life is moving forward and you should have some choices. No longer feeling stuck, things move forward pretty quickly. You're presented with choices. You've got a Capricorn coming in. Great happiness coming out over your love life. Also a water sign enters, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. The love cup is full and you're feeling like life has returned to balance. Feeling as if you've made it to the top of the mountain, you could breathe a sigh of relief, well prepared for romance to take off. And that's what's happening. I would say either a Capricorn or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Talking about the haircut. When we were on lockdown and everything was closed, I didn't even know this about my sister-in-law, but she went to cosmetology school and I think that she never took the final because something grossed her out about working on other people. I don't remember what it was, but I just found out that she did this. So during the lockdown, I mean, they have two boys and my brother, right? She could go for a while without a haircut. So she's gonna shave my brother's head, but not shave the whole thing off. Leave a little bit. He's got curly hair, so he keeps it pretty short. Um, but I don't know what she did. I mean, she came at him with the clippers. It like it took a huge chunk right center right here. I mean, it grew back, but it was really funny. So then she had her mom out on the deck and she was cutting her mom's hair. Her mom's hair is short to begin with. Like maybe it's like up to here. And she was like gonna cut it like up to like right below the ear. And she was outside, you can see her from the window cutting the hair. And my brother comes around the corner and he's like, "We're giving haircuts? How come nobody told me about this?" He's like, "I gotta see what's going on up there." We like he has big patched. I mean, it grew back pretty quickly, but it was really, really funny. I don't know. It's like maybe the angle she went in on. I don't know. Julie, C told me that if he C told me if he told me how he felt, his actions negate all of it. Was he trying to BS me? Well, yeah, not that he's trying to BS you. He doesn't want to lose the connection, and he doesn't like that you called him out on it, and he's trying to talk his way out of it. He's not bullshitting you because it's not that he doesn't care about the connection and he's just looking to get over on you, but you're 100% right. You've given him months to do the right thing by you, and he always keeps you waiting around for him. He doesn't show up, he gives you an excuse, he doesn't text you back. I think you made the right decision by doing that because, like this would go on forever. Like it would just go on forever. Is he going to show up? Are you waiting around all day for him? I mean, that's not how you treat someone. And at his age, he should need to be told that. He wouldn't like it if it was done to him. Nobody wants to sit around and wait for somebody else to not show up. It's ridiculous that you even have to say it to him. Now he's trying to talk his way out of it because he doesn't like that you called him out on his bullshit. And then all the other nonsense that he was telling you about the other woman and that crap. And then why is he on the thing? He never answered that either. He thinks he can bullshit his way out of everything. I mean, he's not bullshitting because he doesn't want to lose the connection. I don't think he saw this coming. But good, he has to deal with his actions. Davy, general. You're no longer holding yourself back. Here you are. You got a committed relationship coming in. No longer feeling burdened by the weight of the world. You could be picking up a new hobby that's very important to you. Maybe feeling very passionately about a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Looks like you've got your intuition is heightened, so definitely listen to it. Also looks like the love cup is full, and with the sun, happiness is coming out over your life. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self care this week if you can. Wait a second, I'm not understanding what happened here. UAF, you're talking about the C person? They were training three of us today, and they got frustrated and took over the girl's computer, and then seemed upset at the way that I had my screens. I have two old screens, and I don't like them. I just went back to my desk and tried not to cry, but I still like them. It's just I'm a baby. I don't think that you're a baby. First of all, when people are training, it's like you have to understand that like, you're teaching somebody something that they don't know anything about. And I think people take for granted, like they take for granted that you don't know anything because they know it. And if the person that's training shouldn't be losing patience because you have to learn it, and like this stuff is can be complicated. It's like very foreign when you're first learning how to do something. After you've been doing it for a long time, it becomes second nature. But if you're not there yet. So I could see it from both angles because I've trained so many people over the years at the store. But you have to, like, when I used to train people, I used to literally write out every step, like with like every detail, because if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. Like you can't figure it out because it's foreign. It's not like you need to learn how to do it. Like I don't understand why people lose patience, but it's like their lack of teaching skills. It's not you. So they need to have more patience. Oh, your cousin shaved your aunt's head? completely bald. Aw. I mean, when you're dealing with hair that short, at least I feel like it grows back fast. It's not like if somebody's got like longer hair and they get a bad haircut, it takes a long time to grow back. But good. Farah, does H not like it when I hang out with my friends? No, I don't think it bothers them. No. If it does, it would be very little. It's like a little concern. But they need to have patience. It's like, if you don't know how to do something, because I'm in a situation where I'm learning something, and it's kind of a little bit familiar with the stuff, but I don't really know how to do it. And sometimes people say things, they're like, well, just do this. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand. I don't know how to do that. It's like I teach yoga, right? So if I said, well, do sun salutations, and then after that, then you do warrior one into warrior three before you do warrior two. And people are like, yeah, but I don't know what warrior one is, right? So it's like, how could I, like, you can't just, yeah, here's the book, you know? Well, just do eagle after chair. Okay, yeah, well, what's eagle and what's chair? So, like, people, you have to break it down. You have to explain it. If you explain things to people, it makes sense. Like, you do chair first because eagle is like an advanced chair. So if you could do chair, the next step would be eagle because it's kind of like a chair on one leg. You're a little twisted. But if you don't know what you're talking about, how are you supposed to put a class together? It's just like everything else. If I don't know what I'm doing here, how could I even make an educated guess? Because I don't know how to do it. And yeah, it's like if I were to say the best advice that I could give any teacher that knows the Bikram series that wants to teach a vinyasa class, this is what I would say. You know the Bikram sequence. You know that that's a well sequenced class. Just take the Bikram sequence and do a variation of each posture. But if you don't know the Bikram sequence and I said that to you, you'd be like, okay, great, but I don't know what the sequence is. I would say, make sure that you do a chair before you do eagle. Okay, but I don't know what that is. like you have to break it down. This is the posture. You do it for this long because you want to do this, this, and that before you get to this. And if you don't get it, then you have to stop and you have to go back over it. And people get frustrated. I know, because I know. It's craziness. UF, did C notice that I'm being more reserved with them? How did they feel about my comments today? Okay, let's see. I think they are noticing that you're more reserved with them. It's like slow and steady wins the race, or a little bit more slow. Um, I think as far as the comments go, they didn't really think twice. They felt fine about the comments, and I think that things are going to continue to improve because I think you're going to start to pick this stuff up more, and you're going to be more comfortable, and the whole thing, like the stress around the whole situation, is going to kind of dissipate. So I think you're on the right track, and I think it's going to just keep getting easier. I think today was better though than earlier this week. Mel, see, that's the point. If you don't know what the postures are, then how could you do it, right? But that's like, where like I've had people say to me, like recently we were talking about something, and somebody said to me, "Well, just do it on Excel." Yeah, but I can't do it on Excel because I don't know what Excel is. Like I know what it is, but I don't know how to use it because I never had to use it before. So it's like people just say things assuming that you understand it. It's like I've taught yoga for the last 15 years. I don't work on a computer. I haven't done that since like the early 2000s. So, but people take for granted that you know what it is because most people know what that is or know how to use it. I don't know how to use it. I don't know. I don't know how to use PowerPoint. I never had to do that. Yeah, and it's frustrating. And it's like I could learn it if somebody would teach it to me, but that's the problem. Like it takes time to learn it, and it's something that I really should need to know right now, and I don't. Anyway, unit. Bernard's current feelings towards me. Thinks that you're kind hearted, sincere, a whole lot of fun, that you have a great personality, you're attractive, well balanced, successful, independent, and courageous. They probably did feel the change, UAF. But you know what? Once once you're settled into this role and you know what you're doing like the back of your hand, you won't feel like this anymore and it won't be so tense. I remember I screwed something up when I first started working at my job, and I felt like it wasn't my fault. I didn't say that though, but I really felt like it wasn't my fault. I was closing everything out at the end of the month, and there was what all the reports, reports were like you put in like the beginning to the end, whatever it was, like the start date, the beginning, the end date was the end, like the first of the month, last of the month, whatever, and you just really had to enter through it. But there was one report that I had to do it for one specific account only, and I did from the first account to the last account. But I went and I took the paper to my boss, and I'm pretty sure he told me just hit enter. I swear to God, I'm pretty sure that that's what he told me. And he was such a douchebag about it. I mean, the computer guy was able to like undo it. Like he was able to reverse it. So it really wasn't a big deal because the computer guy could just like kind of erase what I did. But I felt like, not only is it not my fault, but if you would have taken the time to explain to me what this report meant, then I would have understood, and I wouldn't have made I wouldn't have made the mistake because I wouldn't have had to question it. It happened to be um, an account that we had that was called warranty no charge. So it was something that we would bill out of the inventory system. So it would come out of inventory, but it wouldn't hit the customer's account and they would never receive an invoice for it. But we had to remove the inventory. So if he explained it to me that it only happened on this account, then I would have understood that and I would never have made that mistake. But he didn't take the time to explain to me what the report was. So I did it for every account we had and I screwed everything up. And he was a real dick about it. Really. He was like very nasty to me about it. And when I'd gone to ask him, he got a phone call. He didn't want to deal with me. He pushed me off. He was like, hit enter, just hit enter. And I'm pretty sure that that's what happened because I was always very scared and I never wanted to do anything without somebody else's approval when I first started. But like I said, if he explained to me what the report was for, I would have known. But this was like 2 or 3 months into it, and I still didn't know what I was really doing. It was like this. follow this pamphlet. But instead of taking the time and explaining to me what each report was and why I was doing what I was doing, it was like, just follow the directions. Like, why didn't you just explain it to me? You didn't want to be bothered. And then it was my fault that I made a mistake. And I wanted to cry. I did. He was like, you better just go to lunch right now. And I was like, okay. And I went and I sat in the back, and I was like, I thought I was going to get fired. He was so mean to me. Anyway, we wound up getting him fired for sexual harassment not that long after that. So he wasn't sexually harassing me, but he wasn't sexually harassing one person in particular. He made comments to everyone. One person called him out on it. Anyway, let me continue here. Bradley, what messages do my guides have for me? Spirit cards. Spirit cards. Oh, you got a couple extra came out, jumped out. Pretty good. All right, let's see. First one is 7 of Air. Plans that need revision. More going on than meets the eye. Poor timing. 9 of Water. Your wishes come true. Your concerns fade away. You have a love of life. That's a very good one. 4 of Earth. Being too frivolous or too cautious with money. Good business decisions. Giving to those less fortunate. 4 of Earth. Now you've got 2 archangels around you. Life experience, Archangel Chamuel. A significant life event, a powerful revelation that leads to change. Time to spread your wings and fly. Balance, Archangel Zadkiel. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise. Wait for perfect timing. So this is what I would say. Overall, be careful that you're not being too, just be careful with money. I would say be cautious with your money. I would say your wishes are coming true, so focus on what you want more of, not what you want less of. Plans that need to be revised. If something is not working out the way that you want it to, try a different approach. The timing around the situation just might not be great. You have a significant life event that's happening. It's time to spread your wings. Don't hold yourself back. Go for it. Balance is coming in, but it's all through divine timing, because you have that twice. The divine timing thing. Like, the timing here is poor timing, and here is in divine timing. So it's all about the timing, which can be good and frustrating at the same time. Julie, if I go to the Oxford place on Monday, how would it go, and how am I feeling? I think by Monday you're feeling much better. I think if you go on Monday, you'll do fine. It looks like you got the timing is good. Divine timing is guiding you. The energy around the place is very good. It's kind, caring, sincere. Feel as if you've made it to the top of the mountain. You may also feel very respected, and you may feel like the people that you work with are very nice. Looks like it's a good day. It looks like it's a nice place, too. The sound is bad. I think she's sleeping. Let's use this one. All right, I'm going to start a new live on this one. Hang on. I can't get this open. Hang on. I think she's sleeping. She's not going to care. A little snoring. thumbnail. I still hear it in there.